conversation or last question of music debatables. This was an add-on. Me and my man, we text a lot and we always talking about music. And we was talking about Swiss beats. And I asked him is Swiss beats underrated? And he had an interesting response in saying that after 2006, he ain't really do much. He ain't really do too much in the rap game. Most of the stuff he dropped was trash. And I felt some type of way. I can't believe that you, with the music aficionado himself, would say such blasphemous things. It don't make no sense.
I could be wrong. Rough Riders, do not come snatch me up. I could be wrong. But I'm just saying, post 06, 05, you know what I mean? He got a lot of duds in his catalog. I feel like what it is though, like Swiss sound, like his distinct sound was like that futuristic mechanical shit. So, when he was on DMX album and all that Rough Riders, like that was like 98, 99. It was going into 2000. So everybody was like going crazy about the computers and stuff. And he had a futuristic sound. And now we're in the future and that sound is not what is popping right now. So that's
so I understand. And I see what you're saying. And he did kind of have his period to where he just fell off. I don't want to say fell off, but he just wasn't doing too much in the game.
I don't want to say doing too much in the game. I feel like because he accomplished so much, like, it's hard to beat yourself when you place the record. So of course, you know what I mean? It's me, bitches ain't going top what he did on Dog's album. I ain't gonna top what he did for the Locks and shit. But it don't mean to just straight trash. It's just people's personal.
I'm gonna look. See, I think I'm where he after 2006, we started seeing him rap a little bit more as well. So he also went to the realm of rapping, producing, and all that is beat making. He was doing everything after 2006. I think we seen Swiss Beat unlock another level within himself. He has, just to go name a few records, he has I Could Transform You, which is 2009. That's Chris Brown and Lil Wayne. That's a hit. He got Drake featuring T.I.F. Fancy. That's a hit.
That's a hit.
He also has the Jay-Z record.
On to the next one.
Yep, on to the next one.
Hit.
That's a hit.
Damn. I misspoke like a motherfucker.
Swiss Beats, I mean, so he also had I'm a Boss too. He was on the remix though. So that just shows some of the rapping that he was doing as well.
I was about to say, that's Lil Beats, my boy.
Oh, no, I'm telling bro, when the rapping is, I told you, he unlocked another, he unlocked that level within him. So, so for you, I understand what you're saying, but I think he did so much pre-2006, then he did enough after to where I don't see no fallout, or I don't see people giving him his just due and his respect. Swiss Beats is a legend out here. And even to see what he's doing with the versus stuff is legendary. Everything he touches gold, from the stuff he did with, we just named a couple of records that he did with Hove, but he did some stuff on Watch the Throne. He did like 2 records on there. He did a couple of records on one before that, Jay-Z's one before that. I can't think of the name right now. Holy Grail was on there. I can't think of the records. I can't think of the album's name, but I know Holy Grail was the single on there with Timberlake.
Yeah, I can't think of the name either.
that shit going to
That
give me a
album, the
laugh.
Chocolate Sam song.
Yeah.
I want to say that's what the album was called, Magna Carta.
Oh yeah, it was called Magna Carta. Everything it was. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He did a couple records on Magna Carta. Swiss Beats he's solidified out here. I don't. He needs more. He need to get his flowers while he's here, while we can give it to him. Swiss Beats is a legend.
While we talking about Swiss Beats, and you made me think about this with Hove. If our listeners go back to that Rough Riders compilation album, the Volume 1, I swear, I don't know who's at fault, but I don't want to put it on Hove. I don't want to put it on Swiss. But so Jadakiss got his single on there, The Kiss of Death. It sounds just like Jay-Z's. The beat sounds like the same as Jigga, My Nigga. Like it's really the same beat down there.
Same album, same sample.
I don't even think it's a sample. I think Swiss, just did both beats. But the only thing I could think of is either one is like the flip side, like one beat is probably just another beat reversed, or he just made both beats. I really think Hov came in, heard the Kiss record, was like, I like that. I want that. So Swiss had to take the same beat, take out a few things, add a few things, then boom, Jigga My Nigga. Because we know how Hov moved.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like some Hov shit right there. Jigga My Nigga is the better record though. So
I don't know.
I just say it. It was the bigger record.
It was the bigger record, but my man's Kiss on the track it said, "I'm like the Dow Jones of rap. My stocks is high, and it never
Kiss was spitting.
Stop the lies."
Kiss was spitting for sure, but nah. Hov hit it on the head with that. If he did muscle his way for that beat, he did a good thing. That was a good move right there.
That's questions I can't wait to get rub elbows with them and ask. I'm like, so I'm pull out a big.
Shit, my question is that Swiss man, where the rest of don't get banned from TV at? Where's the rest of that at?
You really blew my mind when you made me realize that beat is just a loop.
Over and over for 5 minutes. That's crazy. I'm like, it's the same loop for 5 minutes, and I don't think nobody ever really realized that. Sit there and listen.
Where is the rest of the beat?
You sit there and listen to it, you can feel like in your body, you can feel like that beat was supposed to drop and there's supposed to be more. And you want more, but there's never more. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, yo, I want to hear the rest of that shit. Because he's mad. He's still mad about it. So I know the rest of the beat got to be crazy. If he mad that they ain't rap on the rest of it.
I wonder, like, didn't no one in the studio think, like, yo, where's the rest of it? Like, the beat didn't drop.
Like, they probably, everybody just saying this shit hard. And that says something, though. And that's another thing where I felt some type of way. I'm like, yo, he ain't had to do nothing else. Banned from TV. It was literally a loop for 5 minutes. And it's probably one of the best records of hip hop of all time. It's in that category of one of the greatest records of all time. And all he did was, that's how crazy that buildup was. That's how crazy he went on that buildup. To the point where he didn't even have to have the beat drop. He could just keep looping that shit. And but it's crazy, also crazy how music is made and how that shit was just an accident. Like, ain't nobody mean to do that. That wasn't his intention. But it came out so wonderful.
So, in conclusion, Swiss, I apologize. Yes, you hit some lows. Well, I ain't even gonna say lows, but I'm just, just the law.
Nigga, I hate when niggas apologize like that, but also smacking you in the back of your head. You also had some lows, but my nigga.
This is law, bro. What goes up must come down. He came out hot.
Yeah.
Then he ain't hit a low. He just came down a little bit. Then he went back up. That's all.
Yeah, when you talk about hitting a low, nigga, act like nigga hit rock bottom.
Nah. His love is better than some niggas' best.
No, yeah, no bad.
So, hey, Swiss, you deserve your flowers. You might not hear this yet, but one day you will, because we coming for the game.
We're gonna move on to cap or no cap. Finish up this podcast.
I can't wait for this one.
So, first starting off, we got if she got one child and it's a boy, that's a red flag. Cap or no cap.
Cap. Like, what the fuck? Cap. Like, cap. Where did you get that from? Like,
you know, social media be social media, bro. You know,
like if you have one child, okay, that's kind of like a good thing. That's only one, you know what I mean? One kid. It ain't like she got 5. Then if it's a boy, she had no control over that, my nigga. So she got one child and it's a boy. That's a red flag.
But you know what they say though? They say that if nigga, a man keep having multiple girls, or if he had a girl, his first child is a girl, then that means he wasn't cheating, he treat women right. So you know.
I feel
Now we playing this double standards.
I feel like it's opposite with women. I feel like when women have a girl, that means they ain't shit.
So if a woman have a girl, that means she ain't shit. Why is that?
Because she about to just raise another little her.
It's about to be 2 of them out here.
Where do you think the women get the game from their mom? So it's just. When she have a son, she gonna raise some young man.
7 just enlightened the people. You just enlightened me on that one, boy. You might have just convinced me. I'm on your side with this one, actually. I say cap. Next one we have is relationships are worth more than money.
No cap.
No. You said what?
No cap.
Yeah, I agree with him. When we say relationships, we're not talking about just you and having a girlfriend.
Yeah, not romantic relationships.
Yeah, we just talking about people you know. Connections. And that's one thing I always say. Life is about the double R, resources and relationships. Double R, resources and relationships. So resources, what I mean by that is what can you obtain? What can you get your hands on? Mm-hmm. So anything from like being able to get a grant, to getting a loan, having the credit, this, that, and the third, having the resources at your leisure to be able to do certain things, but also having a relationship with people to where those resources ain't going to waste. So you're using those resources and a relationship to where a person either who knows more than you and can help you use those resources correctly, or a person who just knows somebody that you need to know. So you got all the resources, you got everything at your hands, but you just don't know the right people. And that one person might know the right people. So I always say life is about resources and relationships, and you worry about the money after that. Because the money gonna come, especially as long as you doing what you love to do. If you keep chasing what you love to do and you're doing all the right things to, progress forward, and you're constantly, taking those steps, those baby steps, then the money gonna come. It's either gonna come in the form of opportunities, or it's just gonna come in the form of just firm cash. But either way, the money gonna come eventually, as long as you got those resources and relationships. So I would definitely say no cap, relationships are worth more than money. It's all about who you know.
And it made me think about Ye on that Drink Champs interview, and he spoke on basically like how he said that basically like I'm really rich off of relationships. Like my money's no good to certain people. Like they just want to do stuff for me. Like he said he went to France, got a room, then got with the owner of Balenciaga, and all his drawers and socks came from Balenciaga. He ain't bring anything. So that's an example of relationships are more than money.
Yeah. Like a relationship outvalue everything. Some people say, and that's on the next thing is loyalty. Does loyalty outvalue everything? I say relationship outvalue everything. What you think? Do loyalty outvalue everything? Cap or no cap?
I'll say no cap.
I say no cap too.
Because loyalty is part of the relationship. And
Yes, you can't have a good relationship without the loyalty. And that's another thing, though. You also got to know when it comes to relationships how much to trust that relationship. So you don't give the same amount of trust to every relationship that you have. Some relationships are strictly business. Then you also the relationships that's more personal is actually turns out to be the better relationships because they actually care about you as a person and then business second. You know what I'm saying? So they're actually doing what's at your best interest as well.
I feel like a lot of times we don't categorize people. Like we quick to say, oh, that's my friend, that's my homie. No, you just went to school with him and you saw him every day. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like no, that's your acquaintance, that's your colleague, that's your coworker. Like y'all cool, but y'all ain't friends. And
And
I
you
feel
can't
like
even say you know that. I mean, like you know of that person, but to say you know that person is wrong too because you don't know that person. Like, yeah, y'all see each other. I might have seen each other every day. But you ain't never had a real conversation. I mean, people at Central that I seen every day, I ain't never had a real conversation with. I don't know them. I don't really know them. I don't know nothing about them. I don't know nothing about their family and where they come from and stuff like that. They're just people that like you said, acquaintances, associates. And I was just having this conversation, me and one of my co-workers with students, we was talking about how you got to separate, you got to realize like, so she asked the student, she was like, how many people here at work do you think I'm friends with? And the student began to name names and she named my name. She's like, yeah, you friends with me, Mr. Ty. And I'm like, and she was like, yeah, I love Mr. Ty, he cool and all, but he's a work friend. Like, I don't talk to him outside of work. We don't talk to each other. We're not hanging with each other outside of work. I don't know what he got going on outside of here. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta. I understood. I understood. I didn't take no. Some people might have took offense by that. I didn't take no offense by that because I felt the exact same way and I understood what she was saying. Like, yeah, I love you, Miss Air, but you're just a work friend. Like, this is just a work relationship what we have going on here. And people often, like you said, don't categorize or put people in those certain and they get let down or they feel some type of way when somebody comes short and you have unrealistic expectations of that person.
yeah,
Or that's not
once you
you're
categorize and you know how to interact with someone, you won't be let down.
you
Because
won't be let down.
you know,
I get
this person might be your friend who you go to the club with, but this person your friend who you'll let watch your kids. It's too
exactly. Exactly. And people it's too often that people letting the friends that they go to the club with watch their kids. And that's where they get that. And that's when you see so many of the little petty beefs or you know what I mean in the black community is shit's really like we just had this conversation a few weeks ago and I'm like, we hate to admit it, but as a culture, we're down there like crabs in a bucket. We got that mentality where you don't really, or you think just because that person is doing something or they're doing good, that they're supposed to help you or that you're supposed to be them. And people take that and they had that envious and they put that negative energy out. And it's like it's worse than COVID. That shit infect the whole community.
worse than COVID. Oh, shit. Forgive those that hate, for they not know that they sick with the disease.
No, for real.
But when you
For
said
real.
crabs in the bucket, that made me think about our man's Ho. You know, he always got something slick to say and put things in a different perspective. So, Ho's, I forgot where I heard this from, but basically his response to that saying is, well, where are the crabs in the bucket? Crabs aren't supposed to be in a bucket. So that's like another aspect we gotta learn how to get back out of the bucket so we can stop being crabs in the barrel so we could, stop
We
living
hope
like that.
and I was saying this analogy, the bucket is kind of like the hood, or we want to hold on to that so much. And I'm trying to grow out of the point where, where we from, we say G's and Neffs and Silk and stuff like that. And I'm like, and it's to the point to where like, where do you grow out of that, and where do you let that hood mentality go? You know, let that like hood mentality is really real similar, and a lot of people who's probably listening would know this and agree with this. But there's some people out there who would hear this and be like, "What the hell?" Like the hood mentality is really similar to like a military mentality, a soldier mentality. Like when they be like soldier life mentality, that shit's real because we live in a life to where you got your guard up in all aspects. It don't matter where you at. You could be going to an interview and you got your guard up because this person might try to discriminate you or try to say something slick to where, you know, so you got your guard up in that aspect. But then you also go back to where you're from, the community, the barrel, the hood. You holding on to one, we holding on to a block that don't even love us. You know, ain't no love. We won't get no love back from the bucket from the hood. We won't get no love back from this. People want to hold on to that so much and just can't let that mentality go. But it's kind of hard because, you know, in a sense, we all got PTSD. Like, there's something that keeps us, every one of us, up at night. There's something that we all replay in our head. Like, damn, something we seen that we wish we ain't see. Some shit we been in, we wish we ain't been in. Some situation, shit we been in, some shit together, we wish we wasn't in. And you play that night back over and over again in your head and won't realize what that is. That's trauma. We playing that same night over and over. We still talk about that shit 5 years later. Like, yo, the fuck was niggas thinking? That shit's trauma.
I had to think like, you know, because first heard about PTSD, they associated with the, you know, the military and those that come back from war. But it's really post-traumatic stress disorder. Like if you went through some traumatic stress, you got some PTSD. Like, man, that's real, bro.
That is real. And you know,
man, what was niggas thinking?
You see, I also been reading up on how like white Black people often they find a problem with themselves like medically too late. And it's because like doctors don't always give us the resources ain't always there for us, and doctors aren't always willing to like run certain tests, or they be like, you don't need this, or you know, it's just this and you'll be okay. And then next thing you know, we die off just because of what the doctor said and stuff like that. And it's to the point where like with the PTSD, it's the same. It's like they put it so much where it's just military, or they like, bro, you ain't been through war, you ain't really been overseas and been in the military and did that. That's some military stuff. PTSD, that's some Navy stuff. You know what I mean? That's some Marine stuff. That's not you, but and I feel like they're kind of like doing us, they're not kind of, they are doing us a disservice by just disregarding us saying like, yo, by what that says, like you just said, if you break it down, now if we get out of just saying PTSD and say post-traumatic stress disorder, where in that do you hear anything about military or war? That's post-traumatic stress disorder. So anybody could have that. And out of the everyday citizens, we're the ones who are more likely to have that PTSD. We live the life to where you're going to have PTSD from being pulled over.
To wake up in the morning and see someone you know is gone. Like everybody just posting this person. Like,
man, we wake up every day,
and it's multiple people. It's like clockwork. Every 3 months down there. Shit, maybe even less.
You wake up every day, ducking and dodging police, but ain't even in the streets. It's like we had a fear of getting pulled over, and you don't even be doing shit illegal. You ain't doing nothing bad, nothing wrong. But it's that fear of like, I could die today. That's really what it is.
I was driving through the rocks, you know, about to hit that light to, you know, go right or keep going straight type shit. And this, I think I was still in Central at the time. Not doing nothing. I'm just driving. Bro, I done heard them sirens and saw them lights, and my heart literally dropped. I said, oh man, I thought it was over for me. Why? I don't know. I just got scared, but they went right past me. And then it's that relief that whew, you get like, oh, okay. Wasn't for me this time. You just going about
this time. That's the key. This time. It wasn't for me this time. That's the scary part. It's like, yo, we really wake up every day with the likelihood like we could die today. Either it's from somebody that look like us in their own community, in their own bucket, or if it's somebody who don't look like us and he's in our bucket too. And they're the ones who created this bucket and who's trying to keep us in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say the hood is like that bucket, is because the hood is created by the white man, the white people, the government. They created the hood and they put their own people inside the hood to keep us in here and to scare us from leaving it.
It's a dirty game.
It's the crazy, real dirty game. So it's like to no fault of our own that we have the crabs and the bear crabs and the bucket mentality, but at a certain point, we got to realize like what's going on, what they're doing, the game that's being played, and we got to learn how to play it better than them.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, they want all Madden, we playing on rookie. We got to step our game up.
You said they playing all Madden, we on rookie.
So we're gonna move on. Last no topic from No Cap or Cap. We got he ain't a real nigga if he cheat on his lady. Cap or no cap?
You first.
I like this question. I seen the Pittsburgh World on Facebook. That's where I got this from. Pittsburgh community on Facebook was going crazy with this conversation. I would say ooh, this is a tough one, but I say no cap.
Fifth. I plead the fifth. That's what I say. I know my right.
Ooh, that hit home for a lot of niggas. That hit home for a lot. That's why niggas don't like that comment. That's why niggas don't like this that question, that conversation, this topic. Because they question them and if they're real or not. Because then a lot of them niggas read that shit like, yo, I'm a real ass nigga, but you done cheated on your woman a zillion times, nigga. And like to the point, I'm like, all right, so I put it in these terms. All right, so where I get the no cap is I put it in this aspect of, all right, so your lady, that's your lady. You cheat on her. I mean, you went behind her back, you lied on her, you backdoored her, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your mans. So the same thing for your mans would be like, yo, you went behind his back on his play, or you did a deal behind. All right, so not even on some play shit. So say it's me and you, we in business together on Jukebox, but I go behind your back to go do a deal on you. And then, you know what I mean? I come back, I'm smiling in your face like shit's cool, I'm laughing, kiki. And little do you know, I got this whole deal going on behind your back that's not including you, but it's all built off of the foundation that we built together. You know what I mean? We built this shit together, but I got the nerve to go behind your back to go do a deal and then come smile in your face. That's not a real nigga. That make me not a real nigga. So if I do the same thing, I built this, I say all this shit to my girl, I love you, I built this foundation with her. And shit, the realest person on your team more than likely is your woman. If shit, when you ain't got nothing in your bank account, your woman gonna make sure you eat. Mm-hmm. For sure. She gonna feed you. So if I go behind her back and then I do something, you know what I mean, that I come smile in her face, I can't be a real nigga. It's not what real niggas do. Because you can't pick and choose when you want to be a real nigga.
You got a point.
You can't pick and choose when you're a real nigga when it's beneficial to you. You know what I mean? And that's what really don't make you a real nigga is when you only real when it's beneficial to you. You a snake now. You a snake now.
Here we have it, live from Dr. Ty.
Shit, I was watching Ghost or the new Power this weekend. Mm-hmm. And so we wasn't supposed to talk about this when we talk about this anyway. So I'm done with the Tejada family, period. Before I was like rocking with the Tejada family, And because Reek was doing business with them, and that's my little man. So I mean, little bro's rocking with you, I'm rocking with you. It's all good. But now I'm at the point where I'm strictly just team Tariq and Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I'm strictly, you know what I mean, because one, that is the most fucking unappreciative family I've ever fucking seen in my life. Geez, y'all don't appreciate shit I do for y'all. Geez, he done brought y'all. He's your only nigga that's moving y'all work.
Yeah, I don't have nobody else.
Who else is moving y'all work? He is the only nigga on this moving work. He's the only person who ain't did no foul shit behind nobody back. Diane, she used the money to free Daddy. Kane, come on now. Kane got a list.
He got a list.
He been hit. Jeez, dude, everything that's going on is his fault. And he is trying to blame it on Tariq. Yo, I'm like, yo, geez, you already. Yo, when him and Monet figured out that he killed Ramirez, right? And he started bringing up Tariq. I'm like, yo, geez, you're a rat.
He said, I hope you got the same energy for Tariq. Like, what, nigga?
Rat. That's, yo, if you get caught, do not pull me over and be like, I'm caught. We're caught. No, nigga, you're caught. I'm not caught. That is no, fuck out of here. Jeez, do not pull me in and be like, we caught. No, nigga, she caught you. And you, I did the kill shot. Nah, nigga.
Yeah, he really gonna tell
shot him first.
It was his idea. He took the kill shot. He wouldn't have to take the kill shot if you didn't shoot the nigga.
If you ain't shoot the nigga. At that point, he gotta die. He made the right choice. Jeez, you shot the nigga. At that point, he got the fucking gun. Nigga, circumstances change. You change those circumstances by your fucking dumbness. You shot the nigga. All these bodies is on him. All these bodies that's coming down on Zeke is his bodies. You killed Ramirez. You killed the teacher. Jeez, he's acting like he's innocent. Everybody's on some snake shit. Then I don't like the bald head peanut nigga that's trying to sneak his way back in with Monet. He's a rat. I don't like that nigga.
No, people making me mad. They keep saying that Kane is his son, when clearly he was speaking about Zeke. He put that money up to get Kane out of trouble. No, go watch the episode again. Like, he was talking about Zeke.
Zeke is his fucking son. Zeke is his son, and it was clear because when she went to jail to go get talk to her husband about signing the mortgage for the money, he said no. He was like, she was like, well, what if it was one of my kids? He said, but it ain't one of his kids. And that's when I realized, that's when I knew, like, yeah, that's her. That's when I put it together. I'm like, yeah, that's the way she cared too much. I kind of figured that was her son. Because then
think
she's like, that's your nephew. Like, he has no relation to him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's your people's. That's your nephew. So that ain't got nothing to do with him. He ain't going up. So, I mean, I can't wait for him to come home. Because I know he's going to come home because they said he could come home. Diane already used the money. So it's already in motion. So he going to come home. And when he come home, we going to see the sad
battle of the bald niggas.
Yo, I told my girl, I said, geez, he's killing everybody. She said, you think? I said, what do I think? I know a nigga like him. Geez, he's coming to kill Monet and the bald head nigga. And if Zeke steps stupid, Zeke too. Everybody but his kids is cool. And he gonna be smiling in his kid's face after he just killed their mom. And the crazy part is though, we're gonna see the kids pick sides. Because most of the kids don't even fuck with Monet. And they really only gonna fuck with Monet if she decides to go boo up with this nigga. They really ain't going, yo, what? Diane, she's definitely not. She's a daddy girl. She gonna be like, yo, what about dad? Dad coming home. They're not fucking with that.
And they're gonna fall out about that money.
Yo. Everything about this family got me fed up with them. I'm like, man, I'm done with this family, yo. If I was Tariq, geez, I'd be like, fuck all y'all. Now y'all gonna get this shit in blood. Now it's up for real. Cause yo, then I don't like how he trying to pin the shit on Reek. I'm like, yo, that is some snake shit. Geez, you're a rat. I don't care what nobody say. That's not honorable. Geez, Kane is not honorable at all.
Bro, you pulled the trigger, you're just as much liable as that nigga.
Bro, you gonna pin it on that nigga, bro, you're a rat. If you pin a crime that y'all did together on somebody else, you're a rat, period. You're a rat. And then that was some like sibling shit. When you get in trouble, like when you get in trouble with your mom, she calling you out, and you be like, but he don't wash his clothes, he don't wash the dishes neither, but he just comes in. Nigga, we ain't talking about your brother. We talking about you. Nigga, we talking about you. You ratting now. Now you a rat. Because if that was the Jakes and you started bringing up Tariq, now you a rat. I don't give a fuck if it's Monet or not, nigga. You's a rat. That shit hit me hot. That's when, in that moment, I knew. I said, yeah, he's not going to stand on that shit. He going to take the easy way out.
He got to get Kane up out of there.
Yeah, once he get Kane, but that's going to be hard because Ballhead do fuck with Kane, but he's manipulating Kane, and Kane don't see it. It's like Kane, Ballhead do manipulating Kane manipulating Braden. It's all fucked up, but Tariq about to cut that whole Braden and shit off. Braden gullible. I know where his loyalty at, though.
He just gullible.
Yeah, he just, you know what I mean? But I know where he reside. When shit go down, I know who we rocking with.
You see, Braden almost caught a body.
Jeez, he was going to smoke that nigga. Nigga ain't scared at all.
We saying the birth of a next Tommy.
All right, man. It's been another episode of the Jukebox Podcast,
where music is king, and I'm your host, Seven.
I'm your host, Lil Ty. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.